Whether you have invested in real estate or you are just contemplating on buying your first property, you need to listen to what I'm about to share with you today because it is going to shape your investment reality positively. I want to talk about agro real estate, and the product I'm talking about today is no other product than Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort. We have been on this for some couple of months now, and the response has been interesting. So I find the need to talk to you once again. I've done a series of videos regarding the Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort, but today I want to share 3 important reasons you should consider investing in Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort today. Number 1 is the recent economic report about Nigeria. Gone are the days where the most dominating sector in Nigeria economy is, or should I say was, crude oil. In the recent report of Nigeria economy showed that trade was ranked first as a major contributor to Nigeria's GDP, while crop production, under which we have agriculture, came second and real estate came third. And what we are marketing, or what I'm presenting to you today, has a lot to do with the second and the third. I'm talking about the crop production, under which we have agriculture and also real estate. Because without real estate, or should I say without a piece of land, you cannot do agriculture. So I'm presenting to you Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort today, a revolutionary initiative where we create opportunity for investors across the world to invest in acres of coconut and position themselves for making a reasonable return on investment for a period of more than 50 years. The second is the solution to coconut supplier. We have heard in recent times that Nigeria, despite having large expanse of land, we are unable to cater for coconut demand in the country. We rely on countries like Côte d'Ivoire, Cotonou, Ghana to have coconut in the country. And this has made the Nigerian economy to let go of a huge sum of billions of naira in favor of coconut importation to the country. You can imagine a situation where we spend close to 35 billion so far on coconut importation. What about you have a share of that kind of volume? Now, so Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort is an initiative to bridge this gap and to stop the reality of exporting what should benefit the country, So we are creating an opportunity to bridge the gap. Then the third thing is rational, or what I call intelligent real estate investment decision. And I'm going to explain that as we proceed. Now, let's begin. If, as of today, your interest is to buy a house, let's say within Lekki-Ajah axis, and the price for such house is around, let's say 200 million. Now, if you're buying a house of that volume, based on my knowledge of the industry, the best you could get in terms of rental income every year is 10 million naira. And when you get that 10 million naira, you have to pay the management managing the house for you, and there must be wear and tear. So in terms of depreciation, that will require you to outlay certain fraction of the money you received just to maintain the building. Now, let's even overlook all this. But in reality, that may take at least 1.5 or 2 million of the 10 million you received. But let's say it takes 2 million. But we're even going to ignore that. Now, the question you should be asking yourself now is, if you make such investment, right, and you are waiting for you are waiting to recoup the investment, are you aware that it will take you nothing less than 20 years and above before you can recoup that investment, let alone starting to getting return on investment. I'm going to break it down on the board. Now, the two things we are looking at right here is what I call R2. I have economic background, so you should understand better. R2, now the first R means to recoup, while the second R means to get returns, return on investment. Now, let's imagine you invest 200 million on a duplex, whether semi-detached or a terrace, depending on the number of houses it comes with. Now, the best you could rent it out is 10 million naira, like I stated previously. Now, if you are renting a house out for 10 million naira, so what you're going to do is to divide 10 million by 200 million. That will enable you to know how long it's going to take for you to recoup the funds you investment before you start earning profit. Now, as you are seeing on the board, by the time you divide 200 by 10, it will give you 20 years. Meaning that if you invest any money on the house right now, you're going to wait for 20 years before you recoup that investment. Now, after 20 years, that is where your return starts coming in. That makes us to fulfill the R2 requirement. Now, let's imagine you invest that same volume on Àdàbà coconut farm and resort today. As of today, we are selling per acre for 6.2 million naira, all inclusive. If you are buying an acre, you are getting a discount of 500,000 naira. This discount will end by the end of July. But let's even say we are not taking the discount into consideration. Let's look at the 6.2 million naira per acre that we are selling without the discount. But bear it in mind, if you are showing interest right now, you get that discount. Now, we're going to work with 6.2 million naira per acre. Then we will divide it by the 200. When you do that, you realize you will be buying 32 acres at that volume. 32 acres of coconuts. And when you buy 32 acres of coconuts, what it means is that in each of the acre you buy, the projected profit is between 6 to 12 million, right? Now, if 200 million at 6.2 million per acre can get you 32 acres, it means you will have to multiply 6 million that you are getting on an acre by 32 acres. So at 6 million, this is what you get. You will be getting 193.58 million naira. That gets you closer to the volume you used to invest on the coconut. Now, if we sell one per, for the 6 acre, let me make something clear. For the 6 million, let me make this clear. The projection is for us to sell one coconut for 500 naira, right? And in 1 acre, for clarity's sake, we are planting 60 coconuts. And each of the coconuts can produce 200 coconuts per annum. So by the time you multiply 200 coconuts by 60 coconut trees, you are getting 12,000 coconuts per annum. So if we sell one for 500, that's where we arrive at 6 million per acre. That's our projected return. Then if you sell one per 1,000, then we are talking about 12 million per acre. So if we are getting 32, when you buy an acre for 6.2, if you are getting 32 acres, when you multiply 6 million projected return by 32 acres, you are getting about 194 million. That will happen in your first year. That takes you closer to the volume you use to invest. Then if you are selling one coconut for 1,000 naira, and we are looking at 12,000 coconut, it will give you 12 million naira. So by the time you multiply 12 million by 32 acres, you are getting 387 million. That's your return. Now, let me make something clear. When you buy this coconut, we already have 1,000 acres of land. We plant, we manage, we harvest, we engage in marketing and sales without getting you involved. Then we sell. However, all these will not become a reality until a period of 3 to 5 years. So meaning that we're going to plant, manage, and do the whole thing for a period of 3 to, because it will take that period for coconuts to grow and start fruiting. So it is from the 5th year you stand a chance to start earning. Why did I go through the route of explaining the investment on a house and compare it with investing on coconut? We have heard cases where investors will say, why would I have to wait for 5 years? I can tell you, whatever you don't know is bigger than you. So I just have to take you through this journey of detailed calculation and comparative analysis between the two. At the end, you will realize you are getting a massive return within a short period compared to when you invest on a house. Now look at the magic. From the 21st year, when you start earning profit from investing 200 million on a house, what you are getting is 10 million. Right? But from 6th year, which will be your second transaction year when you invest on Àdàbà coconut farm and resort, if you are selling at 6 million, your second return will be about 194 million naira. You can imagine the distance. And you are going to earn this for more than 50 years. Now let's now imagine we sold each of the coconuts for 1,000 naira. Right? It means you'll be getting 387 million naira. And that is what will be your annual return for more than 50 years. For as long as we are all in business and we keep doing what is expected of us, this will serve as your retirement plan. It will also liberate you financially. Then if you have been dedicating your time to working and earning, then you can decide to say, I am done with earning from my active service. So the investment in coconut can start yielding you returns, passive returns for generations to come. Now, how do you get in now? You only need to reach out to the number on the screen, right? Then we'll take you through the journey once again. Should, in case you're not clear with the explanation, then we are going to assist you on how you get started with a deposit of 1 million naira and spread the balance for a period of either 3 months or 6 months. If you are taking advantage of the promo, you are going to pay for 3 months. If you are buying, on the normal price, you can spread for 6 months. I've been Dr. Kazim Yekini, the brain behind Àdàbà Coconut Farm and Resort. We have started massive work on site already, and we are close to doing our first allocation. If you want to be a part, dial the number on the screen, and we will be glad to assist you. Bye for now.